Belgian midfielder Yuri Tielemans said the match between the Canadian men's national team and Belgium will be pretty evenly contested. So is he right? Let's find out. We are going to use the FIFA 23 simulation AI to find out what happens when Canada plays Belgium in the FIFA World Cup. But there's a catch. We're not going to sim this just once. We are not even going to stop at 100. No, we are going to sim Canada versus Belgium 1,000 times. Along the way, we are going to keep track of some major takeaways, gather the results, and break it all down for you. Let's get into it. We are in the FIFA World Cup mode, and we've created a save state just before we play Belgium. Now, we are going to quick sim every single one, and I have my handy notepad here, don't mind the writing, and we're going to keep track of all the key stats that we need to do. Now, obviously, for the vast majority of this, it will be fast forward. We're not going to show you 1,000 sims, but I think it's very important we take a look at the very first one because, you know, could potentially have some impact on what's going to happen on Wednesday. So here it is. This is the quick sim. This is the team that we'll be playing every single time. I went with my preferred starting 11. So let's just jump right into it. The very first sim that we are going to do between Canada versus Belgium. I'm going to say it's got to be good luck. And part of the key takeaways that we're going to have, the very first one is the first goal Canada scores, Alphonso Davies. You don't have an issue with it. Larea comes in clutch as well. We also have the most goals that will be scored against us. And it looks like Eden Hazard was the first one. I doubt that's going to happen. But Romelu Lukaku had a missed penalty. Also looks like Eustachio got his marching orders on the 40th minute when we were down 1-0. Yet the boys found a way to come back and score 2. And that's important because one of the other ones is how many times will Canada not lose? So winning, obviously great. Even a draw will feel like a bit of a win. So that's important. And we will also be keeping track of the average number of goals that Canada scores as well as the average number of goals that Canada concedes.
So
500 games. 500 games. Ew. All right, we better win it. This is a mile. This is 500. All right, we're halfway there.
We're halfway.
Halfway there. Let's take it.
It only took, what,
Yeah.
like 4 hours?
Close to 4 hours. All right, this is a milestone. We have to win this game. 500. It's close too. It's like that's even more disappointing. 3-2 loss. Larin with the first goal. Hazard with 1, Lukaku with 2, no win, 3-2 loss. All right, what are we at? Like that was like the last one was like 9-8 or 9-9. Is this it?
We've got to be there. This is 1,000.
This is 1,000? This is the 1,000?
Let's go!
Finally! Holy, we've been here since 6 a.m. I'm done.
What a journey.
I'm done.
What a sleep.
Holy crap, I'm
1-0-0.
pumped.
Are we ready?
Yeah,
Are we
let's
ready
get a
for-
big
for-
result
for
to end it on a
happiness?
high.
We're ready to reach the Nirvana. The 4-0 win.
Yeah, I'm going a little crazy.
David hat trick.
It's 1-1. It's 1-1. I'm not lose.
Let's go.
I'm not lose. All right.
That's a good result.
So
Who scored the
Buchanan got the first one. Hazard got the goal for Belgium. It's the not lose. And it's a 1-1 draw.
goal? I can take
It's
that.
a good way to end, man. After 8 hours plus and 6 in the morning just watching World Cup and whatnot, that's a good way to go. I'm happy. I'm happy.
I'm gonna take that.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 hours and 1,000 sims, the results are in. And luckily, just on time, Adam Jenkins will join us to go over 5 key takeaways we took from these sims, as he's just getting here before we start the good night Qatar. So, Adam, welcome,
Hello.
my friend. Welcome.
Good to see you guys. I heard you did all the heavy lifting without me. That's
Yeah, it's
just,
unbelievable.
I arrived just on time.
We're here at 6 in the morning. Well, I was here at 6 in the morning. Alex came a little bit later, then you show up right then. It's fine. We're not angry. We are going to go through 5 key takeaways. The first one being who will score Canada's first goal at the World Cup. We have our answer here, but Adam, who do you think it's going to be?
Who do I think it's going to be?
Based on what we've seen the past couple of friendlies, it would make sense that it wouldn't be a Jonathan David. So, because my heart is speaking to me, it's going to be Atiba on some kind of a set play.
Atiba. Now let's take a look at the stats because Atiba did score a bunch. Atiba had about 33. But the answer from the out of 1,000 games, so it's not like, but it's the one we all,
it's there.
It's the one we all want.
If it's Atiba, then there's always a chance.
But according to the stats, the Canadian that's most likely to score is Jonathan David, as he's scored 385 times in 1,000 matches.
I'd expect a little bit more out of Jonathan David. I'm not going to lie to you. Come on, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Now, he did get topped because the second one, the biggest takeaway is who's going to be Belgium's biggest threat.
Right.
Now, during the sim, we did have Lukaku. Now, obviously, we know Lukaku will not feature. So, I mean, it could be Lukaku, it could be De Bruyne. But, Adam, who do you think is going to be the Belgian goal scorer that will score the most against Canada through these sims?
On the sim, if they're going to give it to Jonathan David, based on the math, then I will go Lukaku, just to go with the numbers.
It's not a trick question, but, I mean, it kind of is. Lukaku did score in 1,000 games, 748 goals.
That's a lot of goals.
But
400 more than they let David score. That doesn't seem right.
somebody topped him.
De Bruyne is the number 2.
So De Bruyne ended up having 109.
That seems low.
And Eden Hazard
How many
had
assists?
806.
Hazard is okay. All right. I don't want to get myself in trouble with the Belgians.
No,
The
but
FIFA's
in
operating on a little older OS.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was this FIFA 2018?
It was. No, it was 23, but it was Eden Hazard who had quite the showing. Big time player, I guess, but we'll see. But the interesting part as well is like Lukaku, obviously, according to the simulation, is going to score a ton. The player that will start in front of Lukaku, what we assume is going to be Michy Batshuayi, and he scored 2. In 1,000
The number
games.
2, single digits.
Single digit, 2 in 1,000. So
So there we go.
I think that should be a bit of a takeaway, maybe, without Lukaku there.
I think I could score 2 goals against Belgium
yeah.
if I played 1,000 times.
Yeah, and Eden Hazard being the form he is, it's interesting. But the next takeaway is called not lose. So it's the percentage of the amount of times you think that Canada did not lose. So that's how many times there's a percentage that they would have either won or draw.
Okay, I'm gonna ask obnoxious questions here because
that's
I
fine.
can. Was it always as a neutral site, or was it like they put Belgium at home, they put Canada? Do we know this?
It was as if it was in the World Cup mode.
As if it
So
was
yes,
in the World
neutral
Cup mode. Okay.
neutral site.
At the stadium itself.
Percentage that Canada did not lose.
Yep.
Well, seeing as they let Eden Hazard score like 300 more goals than Jonathan David, I'm gonna say 16.
Oh, that's low. So it was actually pretty fair. The not lose percentage was 44.8%. So we had a lot of draws, but that helped quite a bit. But
Okay.
yeah, so I mean it's not too bad. But now it's time to get in this. We're gonna turn this into prediction after. But the next category is the average number of Belgian goals.
Average number of Belgian.
Over 1,000 games, you can give your prediction of what you think it's about. We can round up, we can round down. I mean, we'll see, but let's see what your prediction is.
I'm so lost on this algorithm. I thought I cracked it and I face planted. Average number of Belgian goals in the game.
Can do it on a per game rate.
Yeah.
2.1.
That's a good guess.
Very good
2.54. So, you want to round up, you give you 3, but 2.54. Now it's time for the average number of Canadian goals.
Jonathan David's not scoring.
No, it's just, who else is?
I feel like they're not even gonna give us a full 1.93.
It's not a bad guess. It was 1.56.
Okay.
So if you decide
High-scoring games.
you decide to round up, and that was the biggest thing I took away was high score games. So after 1,000 sims, the final score prediction, if you round up, would be 3-2 for Belgium.
I can totally see that happening. I can see a 3-2. Like I don't think this is
Yeah.
gonna be a hard fought like Wales USA game that I
It's a
suffered through
0-0.
yesterday.
Like just looking at the defense on Belgium, like there's goals for Canada. I mean, you look at the Belgian attack. There's goals from Belgium. It feels like it's going to be more likely to err on the side of fun and open versus defensive and cagey.
There were a ton of 4-2s, 3-2s,
3-3s.
5. There was a couple 5-1s, but we're gonna forget them. But if we skew it a little bit, it could easily be a 2-2.
Could be a 2-2 would be fun.
I still think Canada wins. I really do.
4-1.
I had a fever dream last night of Canada winning like a 3-1.
That would be fire. That would be
And
plan the parade.
if you like, yeah.
That's it.
But,
Just give him the trophy then.
but Adam,
Yes.
tomorrow is the day.
Tomorrow is the day. You
And-
are in my seat for tomorrow.
And exactly, you want to tell our viewers what they should expect for tomorrow's match?
Lots of energy. It's not going to be a 6 a.m. start, so
Thankfully.
hopefully when I'm
Well,
on coffee number 4.
For those who wake up from Morocco, Croatia for scouting
yes,
purposes, might be a little.
That's going to be a long day.
wiped.
I would recommend a nap because there is time in between the game. But we're going to have some special guests come through. I might have made and borrowed a few props from some friends, some obnoxious. Hopefully they get used. That is the only clue I will leave. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. I think just to have the chance to sit through and live it through everyone else. So hopefully the chat's popping off. And even if you just have the tab in the background, but like you just want to chime into the chat, we'd love to hear from you, where you're watching, that sort of stuff. I think when we did the Japan and Canada friendly, we had people from like Yellowknife and like I think it was 7 of the
Hey.
10 provinces
That's
represented.
pretty good.
So if we can get the full 10, that would be awesome.
All 13 provinces and territories.
That's right.
I feel like that's a good goal to have.
I think so. And then from there, it'll be I will finish the stream. And I think I'm going to walk 50 feet. Jordan Wilson's going to sit here. And then we're going to do Goodnight Qatar, which of course airs at 8 p.m. on the One Soccer YouTube channel Eastern Time, 5 p.m. out west. And then an hour later, it's on the channel. So busy day, up early for the very first one. And we'll see how it goes. I will see if I have a fever dream of Canada losing poorly tonight just to balance the scales a little bit. But it'll be a good day.